The hummingbird is a small, vibrant, and energetic bird known for its incredible speed, agility, and ability to hover in midair. Belonging to the family Trochilidae, hummingbirds are found primarily in the Americas, from Alaska to Tierra del Fuego, with the greatest diversity in tropical and subtropical regions. With over 300 species, hummingbirds vary in size and color but are universally admired for their dazzling iridescent feathers and unique adaptations for flight. Hummingbirds are small birds, typically measuring between 3 to 5 inches, 7.5 to 13 centimeters, in length. The smallest species, the bee hummingbird, weighs less than 2 grams, while the largest species, the giant hummingbird, can weigh up to 20 grams. One of their most distinctive features is their long, slender beak, perfectly adapted for feeding on nectar from flowers. The shape and length of their beaks vary depending on the species, with some having curved or straight beaks to access specific flower types. Hummingbirds also have specialized tongues that allow them to lap up nectar at a rapid pace. Their feathers are often iridescent, meaning they shimmer and change color depending on how light hits them. This iridescence is not due to pigments but to the microscopic structure of the feathers, which refracts light. The result is a brilliant display of colors, particularly in the males, which helps them attract mates. Hummingbirds are renowned for their flight abilities, particularly their ability to hover in place. They achieve this through rapid wing beats, ranging from 50 to 80 times per second depending on the species. Unlike other birds, hummingbirds can move their wings in a figure-8 motion, which allows them to hover, fly backward, forward, and even upside down. Their flight is powered by strong chest muscles that make up about 30% of their body weight, allowing them to fly at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour, 97 kilometers per hour, in short bursts. When diving, they can reach even higher speeds. Their high-energy flight demands an extraordinary metabolism, requiring them to consume large amounts of food relative to their body size. Hummingbirds feed primarily on nectar from flowers, which provides them with the energy needed for their fast-paced lifestyle. They are important pollinators, as they transfer pollen from one flower to another while feeding. Hummingbirds are particularly attracted to red, tubular flowers, but they feed from a variety of plants. In addition to nectar, they also consume insects and spiders to meet their protein requirements. Their diet of small insects helps them maintain their muscle strength and meet the energy demands of their active lifestyle. To meet their energy needs, hummingbirds must visit hundreds of flowers each day, consuming up to half their body weight in nectar daily. Their high metabolism also requires them to eat frequently, often every 10 to 15 minutes, and they can enter a state of torpor at night or during periods of food scarcity to conserve energy. Hummingbirds are generally solitary creatures, with little social interaction outside of mating. They are highly territorial and will fiercely defend their feeding areas from other hummingbirds and insects. Males are particularly aggressive in defending territories, especially during the breeding season, where they establish zones rich in nectar-bearing flowers. Despite their small size, hummingbirds are known for their bold behavior and will not hesitate to chase away much larger animals that encroach on their territory. They use vocalizations, physical displays, and aggressive dives to warn off intruders. Hummingbirds typically breed during the warmer months, with the female building a small nest from materials like plant fibers, spider silk, and lichen. The nest is often located on tree branches, well hidden to protect the eggs and chicks from predators. The female lays 1 to 3 tiny eggs, about the size of jelly beans, and incubates them for about 2 weeks. Once the chicks hatch, they are completely dependent on the mother for food and warmth. The female feeds her young by regurgitating nectar and insects into their mouths. Chicks remain in the nest for about 3 weeks, after which they begin to fly and forage on their own. Hummingbirds do not form long-term pair bonds, and males typically leave after mating, while the female takes full responsibility for raising the chicks. Hummingbirds are found across the Americas, from the high-altitude Andes to the tropical rainforests of Central America. They are particularly abundant in South America, with Ecuador and Colombia hosting the largest number of species. Some species, like the ruby-throated hummingbird, migrate long distances, traveling up to 2,000 miles between their breeding and wintering grounds. Hummingbirds prefer habitats rich in flowering plants, including forests, meadows, gardens, and wetlands. Some species are adapted to extreme environments, such as high elevations or desert areas, where they rely on specialized plants for food. Despite their speed and agility, hummingbirds are vulnerable to predation from larger birds like hawks, falcons, and owls, as well as snakes, praying mantises, and domestic cats. Their eggs and young are particularly vulnerable to predation. The hummingbird is a marvel of nature, admired for its aerial acrobatics, brilliant colors, and remarkable adaptations to its environment. Despite their small size, hummingbirds play a significant role in pollination and the health of ecosystems. Their ability to thrive in diverse habitats, from tropical rainforests to mountain slopes, demonstrates their resilience and importance in the natural world.